Hi, my name is Al Fogel, and I recently wrote a children's story that I would like to share with you. It's titled The Fish Whose Wish Came True. There was once a boy named Johnny who lived in a big, beautiful house on a lake. Johnny had everything a boy could want. He ate the finest foods and wore only the best clothes. Also, he had more than enough toys and pets to play with. Johnny's parents were very rich and gave him anything he wanted to make him happy. But Johnny was only happy when he was hurting others. When he stepped on the cat's tail, he would start laughing. He also liked to hold his turtle upside down and grab his dog by its flappy ears. Johnny thought, "Tomorrow I'm going fishing. There I can really have some fun." The next morning was a perfect day for fishing. Johnny loved to go fishing because then he could tease all the fish. Johnny didn't have to wait long before he felt a tug on his pole. "Oh boy, a fish! I'm going to have fun with this one," he said. He pulled his line clear out of the water and saw a little fish dangling at the end of his pole. He swung the fish close to his face where he could watch it. Johnny started laughing as the fish wiggled on the hook. Johnny began teasing the fish with his fingers. The fish looked at Johnny as if to say, "Please, mister, you're hurting me. I wish you knew how it felt to be caught on a hook." But Johnny just kept laughing and teasing and laughing. Finally, Johnny removed the hook from the fish's mouth and was about to toss it into his bait bucket when suddenly he lost his balance and landed on the ground. As he fell, he let go of his fishing pole, and the hook became loose and landed right in Johnny's hair. "Ouch!" cried Johnny, because the hook was caught in his hair. Johnny grabbed hold of the fishing line with one hand and began jerking and pulling and jerking, backwards and forwards and backwards, again and again and again. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't free the hook from his curly hair. He tried to wiggle and shake his head sideways like a fish, but the more Johnny fought, the more his hair got tangled in the hook. He was hopelessly caught on his own fishing pole. "Help me! Help me!" he yelled, but there was nobody around to offer help. Johnny began to cry. He didn't know what to do. With one last effort, he decided to jerk his head upwards several times, and as he did, the hook finally loosened and fell out of his hair and onto the ground. Johnny jumped for joy. He was so happy. But then he remembered the poor little fish he had teased. It was lying on the ground, hardly able to breathe. Johnny now knew what it felt to be a fish caught on a hook. He felt ashamed of the way he acted. He picked up the little fish and held it in his arms. "I'm sorry for all the hurt I caused. I hope you forgive me," Johnny said to the fish. "From now on, I'm never going to hurt anyone else. I'm going to treat everyone like I want them to treat me." And with those words, he gently tossed the fish back into the water. And Johnny walked away with a little less hair that day, but a lot more love in his heart. Thank you very much.